Okay, I think this is the last thing to do on this soundboard. Let's finish this black line. That looks okay. Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah, looks good enough. Black. There. It's looking pretty good for 1881. Now we can go get the plate and see how it fits.
Absolutely.
One more look at the soundboard before the plate goes in. This should help protect our inner rim if the plate bumps into it. And here's the number. I think we almost forgot to show this. Might have shown it earlier. But all the effort you've seen in the video is to get this bubble back. The crown. Trying to be gentle, not mess up the finish here. If you go back to part 1 of this series, you can see how flat this was right here on the soundboard. Now it should have a nice arc. Looks good. How about over here?
Okay, the killer octave right here. It's the most important part. Oh, that's nice, huh? Very nice arch. There we have it.
About halfway through putting these in. Brass A-graphs. We have the string here hooked up to the bridge over there for this A-graph. Lining these up. Need to make sure the string is 90 degrees. To the A-graph. That looks pretty good. You have to be careful not to over tighten these or they'll break right off. That looks good. Next. Music desk rails. These are going to be cleaned up, made it to look a little better. This one's okay. This one's a little ugly. Got stuff on it. Looks kind of cruddy. We'll make it nice and black and shiny to match the inner rim there. clean up this crack here, re-glue it, put it back together. Someone split it at some point, maybe when they were working on the pin block. Take that pin out, that'll be fixed up, that's not too hard. And we'll glue them right back on. Also, this one looks like a replacement. It's different type of wood. Maple. This one looks like mahogany. This could be an original. This one might have got totally destroyed when they took the block out and they just made a new one. That's fine. It's just something to know. Here's the aliquot bars. Much more clean now. Making sure they're very clean. Some steel wool there. Cleaned off all the gunk.
Some of these were really badly dented from the string, so we took a little block and some fine sandpaper and sanded the boo-boos out. They were really grooved. Also, it's like a second or third time somebody polishes these, and they polished all the nickel right off with most of them. You can see the copper sticking through everywhere. Anyways, we ran them over the buffing wheel to brighten them up and smoothen them out a little bit. And now I'm making sure there's no debris stuck in corners here. I washed them, but checking out, make sure it's clean. Cleanliness is the best here. You can see the little dark stuff in the corner here. The castings are pretty rough on this, as they always are. Anyways, we're gonna see if we can't brighten them up a little bit with our just very plain, easy plating system we have here. We're going to nickel plate some of these, put some nickel on them. Agraffe number 35, we had a problem with it. It broke off putting it in, so I've had these repaired before, and we threaded the bottom of the agraffe and threaded this brass shank here, and of course this screws in here. And I've had them repaired before like this, and they work really well. And what we have to do is we're going to run some solder in that joint right there, and that'll make it very, very strong. And hopefully this won't happen again. And all the time I've ever doing pianos, I think only maybe 5 or 6 of these have broken off in all my whole life. So there we have it. We're going to put it together and save it. Hopefully it won't break again. Okay. I guess this is like one of the last things to do. Put that felt in there. I like these gold letters, they look so cool.
We're going to nickel plate these here. Some of the brass is showing through. It's been worn out. They look pretty good right now, but fresh nickel will make them better. They should pop more, be shinier. So next time you see these, they should be all nickel plated and ready to go back into the piano. We have some nice nickel on here now. We put our own nickel on these. They look much better. This piano's almost finished. All the agraffes are in. The inside of the rim is looking nice. We touched up the outside a little bit. It's looking very good. Just about there. Here we have dry transfer decals that were not too easy to find, but these are nice font. They match the Steinway letters very close. The number is 46922 on the case over there, down there, and those, or that number goes right here, an A. A is a little small, but it looks good. So those will go down there. These are individually cut out on this tape. All I have to do is take this tape off, keep these in order, and put it there, and it should be good. That should be the last thing to do on this case. or this piano, and then it will be just about ready to go back from whence it came. Here's the bottom half. One more look at Recrown number 30. You can see one of our big spacers here. It's much lighter on the bottom because we start off with it thicker than it needs to be. And we plane off the bottom half to make it equal thickness, and we leave the top so it retains its color and it matches much better. When you start sanding this wood, it loses its color. Have our nice buttons holding on the bridge, pretty screws. Everything's very clean. Some kid's name right here. It says Jones, Jonesy. Nope, just Jones. Jones. That'll be there forever. Original square buttons holding the bridge on. Some more spacers down here. Very clean. Nice shellac. So this is what they can look like. This is I say it a lot, an original 1881 soundboard. There's no need to replace these. There's nothing wrong with these soundboards. Here's our nice number with some lacquer over it so it looks nice and smooth and flat. They're not just stickers stuck on there. Some polishing here and there. Nice reflective surface. It should look very nice when the pins are in. They'll be reflecting here. These beautiful letters here, gilded gold, very cool looking. These aliquot bars are nice and nickel-y now. These were nickeled here. They're brass. They were kind of worn out and the brass was showing through. Lots of nice lettering. Original bridge. Original bridges. Original soundboard. Maybe about 95% original. This one had some damage done by previous restorers you saw. This whole back section was replaced with different wood, equal age, same species. You can see it in there. It's a little lighter, same type of wood. Here's the date for the plate, 28/5/81. Has a very nice crown in it, as you've seen. We used their crown meter on this. Has a very good arc. Very tight. There's nothing wrong with this wood. Makes a nice boom when you hit this. These are buzzing. And I don't think this camera picks up the boom. It fills the room when you hit this. The speaker on this camera is not very good. You can see our spacers we added here. That one's easily visible. It's a little darker than I would have liked it to have been. But it's acceptable. If you didn't know, you would probably never know that it has gone through all that it has. We have this big plank here that we put in. This was heavily damaged. It had screw holes and ugly shims, so we just put our own wood in there. Equally old wood. There's two more down here. Expansion shims, spacers. It's a very beautiful soundboard. Very nice plate. Very sturdy bridges. It's looking pretty good for 1881. And this soundboard should last for decades to come. This is not a dainty little museum piece now. Could be a museum piece. It's old enough. It looks nice. But it's not delicate. This can be played and played and played every day for the rest of your life. And it will not lose its crown. This board has had 138 years to shrink and work out its stresses. We took it all apart and then put the crown back in. Recrown. This is Recrown number 30. And then we put the board back in. And it has a beautiful crown now. Proper string length. Very good down bearing. And that's about it. This is the last you'll see of this piano. Unfortunately, you will not hear it. We were only tasked to restore the soundboard, the bridges, and the plate. So that's it for now.